I never cared much for the outdoors, if I am to be honest with you. Since the days when anxiety would kindly stop haunting my father whenever I left his sight, I could afford to stray further and further into the unknown. All I wanted to do was explore that bright and decrepit world. I was driven by a concrete mixture of youthful vigor and curiosity, the kind generated by a mind teased with thoughts of hidden treasures. So early in life does this seductive world tempt the pirate's lustful curse deep in the heart, Mother Nature, that irresponsible succubus. Out there is where I did almost everything. I played out there. I learned out there, got hurt out there. I grew out there. I discovered, I cried. I looked behind every movable object. Out there, I was a jovial and naive particle, so easily entertained by merely bouncing around, sometimes in a crowd, sometimes in the desert, always alone in a world rife with selfish life and infested with this homo vermin I both love and detest. Out there. The truth is that out there, I am nothing. I get lost, led astray. But in here, I have control. Here, I become the master of my domain, which is something. I become something in here. So, that's 2 points to inside, 0 for out there. Long ago, I loved humidity. I loved the heat of the sun burning my skin warm. I loved playful and even dangerous activity. I always got cuts and scrapes. I became so accustomed to pain that it didn't really hurt. I was a scrappy thing, you see. And I always looked like one. The people, they would comment. I didn't care. I had that youthful vigor and curiosity. I wasn't going to trade it in to worry about thoughts of the homo vermin. Now, I am over that life. I love hygiene, and I love comfort. I love my halcyon home. To think I used to go outside to clear my head. Anxiety would pang, and I would go outside. Did I ever need that place? Perhaps I did back then, but now I know my truths, and I know my freedom. They are in my ability to exercise control over things, to be the chooser. It can be everything the outside world has to offer and more. It's simple and it makes sense. It's designed with eyes and a mind that were designed just like mine. Yes, it even has its surprises, its chaos, a range of atmospheres, and the kind of thrill that can only ever be induced by fearful sights of some dreaded eldritch horror. The inside has its own wildlife, some of it real. Time no longer matters. I have everything I need inside. I even have articles of the outdoors. I can learn all I wish to and observe nature from my safe distance. But why even bother? I do not need to pay attention to what doesn't affect me. If a tree falls and no one is around to hear it, Must I really take the time to care? Why would I watch this documentary? It is irrelevant. It is void. This Walker's Guide to Void. How to read Void. These tales are as infinitely interesting as they are boring and void. My shell is everything. I can become myself in security. So much time has come, only to pass, and I now leave every hair on my body to grow in peace. With such discoveries, ranging from the capabilities of my new mustache to the revelation that I possess a green finger for bushes on my body. My, how it has grown. How I have grown. All on my own. Every once in a while, I am forced to face that miserable, shiny world, but I do need alcohol. These trips are a necessary evil. Along the way, I am chased with opportunities to overcome. I can take this leaf. I can take those rocks. I can exert control over this world if I am only to excavate it. In short bursts, I can thrive. But if forced to live out there, I would be captive to it. But no, I come home with something to show besides alcohol. These articles of nature, they become my captives, my little prisoners of war. They say these things are so good. They're natural. They're the health of Earth. Well, what am I, if not the health? Am I then the brains? Perhaps. I don't see what there is to care about these fleeting things. This fleeting health of nature. It is said that these trinkets are biodegradable. All I hear is the word degrade. Even these stones will eventually wear away. Well, my possessions do not degrade. It only shows the inferiority of that world. Why did Mother Nature commit such crimes? Or was she an accident herself? Careless. Or so I thought. Maybe I have become careless. Maybe I have not been paying enough attention to the right thing. These worlds I speak of do not exist as so separate as I've been thinking. This inside is in the outside. Light breaks through my windows. It rushes in frozen, washing the windowsill, the covers, the walls, and flushing the pale from my skin. These apprehensive eyes haven't adjusted to the light's clarity for what feels like an eternity, and I can only see this now. This is a moment of clarity. Little did I realize the connections. They are everywhere, this inside and outside. I can find a kinship with them both together. The leaves of my indoor plants must brown and wilt too, as the leaves from outside. And also myself, I will wilt like the leaves. I too am biodegradable. And as the stones will wear away, my bones will eventually be lost to time. Time equalizes us all. Another reason to make amends then. If in one moment I can realize such things, then in another moment I can choose to undo the time and sentiments I wasted. Whoever thought I would find a purpose for these little prisoners? Or should I say, my little guests of honor. Beautiful! I can make them beautiful. All I have to do is bring them together to see the best in both. I now see that these magical worlds of order and chaos complement each other. They can work in tandem, like the two hemispheres of my brain, so that a consciousness of greater dimension emerges. Oh, I go to distant lands. Albeit in my imagination, I am taken there completely intoxicated with blinding truth. I can see it all now, so clearly my wisdom shines. Riding the highs of fresh country air in my mind, and as recycled oxygen frequents my lungs, I feel a new lease on life. Not for years have I felt this liberated. Arise on my senses, I am becoming complete. Thanos once said, I ignored my destiny once, I cannot do that again, and neither shall I ignore what destiny is staring me blankly in the face. I think Thanos was misunderstood, Pretty sure he's the real hero to root for. Erudition sets in. I am a changed man. I have discovered a new reverence for the outdoors. I will no longer disrespect it as a decrepit thing. And yes, perhaps I'll even find some time to spend with that thing again. Sometime later.